Welcome back. We are working on family trees today. So what we are going to do is map out relationships within our families. And we're going to have a few different types of examples today. If you've never made a family tree before, we can make a very basic family tree where we just look at our direct relationships, our mother, our father, our grandparents, our siblings. Or if you want a more advanced family tree, you may consider speaking with someone in your family about the birthdays of your more distant relatives, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents. Many families keep very detailed records of their family trees. So today we're going to work together here at the Brenham Bus Depot to make family trees, and we're going to focus on a more basic family tree, those parents, grandparents, siblings, but feel free to make as elaborate of a family tree as you would like. And again, I'm going to show you some materials. These are optional materials. You can use whatever you have at home, but these are the materials that we're using today. So a few of us will be using half of a poster board. So what I like to do for projects like this is buy a poster board and cut it in half. I think it gives us a nice big space to work on without it being too big and overwhelming. And if you have more than one kiddo at home, you can get two giant pieces of paper for the price of one by cutting a poster board in half. But if you don't have a poster board, that is perfectly fine. We're also going to be working with our cardstock today, which is just a little bit of a heavier paper. But you could also just use a piece of white paper to map out your family tree. So lots of options. We'll be using markers, color pencils, some of our foam sticker embellishments just to decorate our family trees. But this project is very flexible, and we're really just trying to think about our family histories here and see how we're all connected. So just like with the other projects, we'd love to see what you create. So please send those to us and show us your family trees.
My name is Aiden. I'm 5 years old.
Aiden, do you want to tell us about your family tree?
Yes. Here's me, here's my brother Trey, and here's my sister Zora, and here's Daddy, and here's Mommy, and here's my grandmother, and here's my papa, my grandfather, and here's Granny.
All right. You did a great job.
You did a great job. This is fantastic. So I love how Aiden used the different colored papers to put backgrounds for his photographs. And I love that he put his name and he put family tree up here. And like we talked about at the beginning of the video, you can see we've got our parents, our siblings, and our grandparents. And so this is a perfect example of a family tree. And one other suggestion that I might have, if anyone has clear contact paper at home, you can put clear contact paper over something like this, and that will make it last even longer. And so, like I know Aiden's 5 years old, and my kiddo Roger's 5 years old, and so you can hang these up in your bedroom and remember all the people that are in your family. So if you guys make a beautiful family tree, like Aiden or Roger or Katie, please send us a picture and show us your example of your family tree. So great job, guys.
Thank you, Heather. Yes, we'll definitely take it home.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm 11 years old. So this is my family tree. As you can see, I'm definitely not done. So I just started with the White family. This is my great grandma. I call her Gran. This is my biological grandma. She passed away. Her name was Jenna. This is my great uncle. I call him Uncle Jay. And I am fixing to make Aunt Sally, which is my great aunt.
Yeah, and what I love about Katie's family tree is that we've seen examples of family trees where we had printed family photos, and we've seen an example of a family tree where Katie has made these lovely drawings of her family members. And so you could spend as much time or as little time as you want on this. Katie has been just working in such sophisticated detail on her sketches, and I know that when she fills this out, it's just going to be a gorgeous hand-drawn family tree by Katie. And you can see how she split up. She started with one side of her family, and I thought this was such a great addition that Katie was able to work with her great-grandmother, Virginia White here, who helped her think about their relationship. So if you can work with a parent or work with a grandparent or even a great-grandparent like Katie did, they have so much information to share with you about your family.
I'm Roger and I'm 5 years old.
And can you tell us about your family tree that you worked on? Do you want me to hold it for you? So this was a collaborative family tree that Roger and I worked on together. And so we put all of our pictures in a kind of a grid to show great-grandparents, grandparents, aunts and uncles and cousins, parents, and Roger there at the bottom. So you can see there are lots of different ways to make a family tree. I loved Aiden's family tree that was a beautiful tree, which I think was just gorgeous. But you can also do more of a grid. So there's so many different ways to do this project. And so you can decide the best way that works for your artistic expression for this project.